How to solve a simultaneous equation using the elimination method. We are going to illustrate this using a worked example. Right there we're having a simultaneous equations. X plus y is equal to 4 and x minus y is equal to 2. Now by elimination method, just like the word itself says, elimination means that there is a variable we are going to have to first eliminate. So we first eliminate that variable and then we remain with the other variable. Then after getting the value of that other variable we have remained with, then we can also automatically get the other variable we had initially eliminated by substitution. So we'll start working. We have these two equations. So we can choose. What can we eliminate? Can we eliminate x? Should we eliminate y? Now for this case, let us choose. We can choose any, but let's choose x. So we have the equations are x plus y is equal to 4. Then we have x minus y is equal to 2. Those are two equations. Now eliminating means that we are going to subtract this equation from that equation, this equation from that equation. Now we're supposed to do it in such a way that when we set this minus that, the variable we are seeking to eliminate should not be existent in our answer here. So it means that in this case, if we are having x and this x is what we want to eliminate, it means it's going to become, we shall subtract the second equation from the first equation. Because in this case, if we subtract x minus x, we shall get 0 here. So since x minus x will be giving us 0 here, it means we will have eliminated x. And if we will have eliminated x, it means we shall be remaining with only y. And if we can only remain with y, then we shall be able to get the value of y. So since x minus x gives us 0, then it means we are going to do it throughout. We are going to subtract this from that. So it means we shall say x minus x is 0. Then this is positive y minus negative y. Now remember, this is positive minus negative y. This is going to be the same as, it's like saying y minus negative y. Of course, this minus turns into plus. So y plus y is equal to 2y. So it means that this minus negative y is positive 2y. That is going to be equal to 4 minus 2 is giving us 2. So of course here we remain with 2y is equal to 2. When we divide both sides by 2 to get the value of y, we get our value of y as 1. Our value of y there is 1. So now after getting our value of y, because we've eliminated x, now we can go back and substitute the value of y in any of these equations so that we are able to get the value of x which we had earlier eliminated. So we get the value of 1 and put it here. In any equation, let's put it in the second one. So x minus y is equal to 2. So if you are to substitute for the value of y here, it becomes x minus y, which is 1, is equal to 2. So definitely our value of x here is going to become 2. This negative 1 crosses, it comes this way, it becomes plus 1 here. And our value of x is going to be 3. So our value of y is 1 and our value of x is 3. And that's how we solve this simultaneous equation using elimination method. Let's do another example. This is our other example, just like in our previous video. We are seeking to eliminate. Now remember, in our previous example, you realize that the coefficient of x here was 1, the coefficient of x here was 1. So it was just easy, you just subtract and you get 0. And you get the answer. But now we are faced with a circumstance whereby the coefficients are not 1, they are different. If you look at this number, the coefficient of x here is 2, the coefficient of x here is 3. If you look at this one, the coefficient of y here is positive 1, and the coefficient of y here is positive 2. Now, we look for what to eliminate. We can eliminate with either x or y, depending on us. So this is how we do it. It's going to become 2x plus y is equal to 8. 3x plus 2y is equal to 10. So we are supposed to eliminate one of them. The elimination is supposed to be in such a way that when you either add this equation to that equation or subtract this minus that, you're supposed to get 0 here for that variable you want to eliminate. If we look at the variable, if we say we want to eliminate x, 2x minus 3x will give us negative x down here. So the x will still be there, we will not have eliminated it. Likewise, if we say y minus 2x, it's going to give us negative y here. So we will not have eliminated y. So it will still have the variables existent. So what do we do? So in a circumstance like this, we look at the coefficients of the variable we want to eliminate, and then we interchange them so that they look the same. Let's decide now that we want to eliminate x. But in eliminating x, if you look at the coefficient of x here, it is 2. The coefficient of x here is 3. Now, how do we eliminate this value of x with these coefficients being different? What we do here is that we are going to interchange the coefficients. We are going to get this coefficient of 3 here and multiply it in the first equation. So it means we are going to get the first equation here and multiply it by 3. We get this 3 multiplied by 3 in this whole equation. Likewise, we are going to get the value of the coefficient of x here, which is 2, and multiply it in the second equation throughout. So we are going to multiply this by 2. In so doing, we shall be able to make the coefficients the same. So what do we come next here and say 3 times 2x, 3 times 2 is 6x, 3 times y is plus 3y, is going to be equal to 3 times 8 is going to be equal to 24. Then we come down here, 2 times 3 is 6x. 2 times 2y, that is positive 4y, is giving us 2 times 10, which is 20. Now if you realize that after our multiplication, when we interchange these coefficients like that, and we multiplied 3 throughout the first equation, and we got these 2 and multiplied it here throughout the second equation, you find that the coefficients of x here are now 6. This one is 6, this one is 6. And if we say 6 minus 6 is going to give us 0. So it means that now it is easier to eliminate x at this point. So we subtract this minus that. So 6x minus 6x is going to give us 0. Then 3y minus 4y is going to give us negative, because 3y minus positive 4y is going to give us negative y, is going to give us 24 minus 20 is going to give us 4. And of course here, negative y is equal to 4. If we multiply both sides by negative 1, to eliminate this negative from the y, we end up with our value of y as negative 4. So our value of y is negative 4. After getting our value of y as negative 4, we shall just go back and substitute this value of y in any of these equations so that we are able to get the value of x. So let's substitute this negative 4 in our first equation. So in our first equation, it's saying 2x plus y is equal to 8. So it's going to become 2x, y is negative 4, so it's going to become minus 4y. May mean minus 4 is giving us 8. So this is going to become 2x, giving us 8 plus 4. And this shall give us 12. So 2x is going to be equal to 12. When you divide both sides by 2, we shall get our value of x as by 2 ones by 2, 6. So that is how we solve. We are able to get our value of x as 6 and our value of y as negative 4. So that's how we solve simultaneous equations using elimination method. This marks the end of this video. Up next, we shall be looking at more of this. We shall be looking at how to solve simultaneous equations using the graphical method. For more videos, please remember to subscribe. This is Arnold Rangakuramia on behalf of Kisembo Academy.